Hey everyone, it's Brandy and welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to be doing TBRs for actually 2 readathons. So I'm gonna try not to take forever because I have a headache and I'm really sleepy. And I just want to get this done so I don't have to try to rush and do it later in the week. But anyway, so in about 2 weeks there are actually going to be 3 readathons kind of taking place around the same time. So we have the 24 and 48 hour readathon, the summer biannual bibliothon, and then the booktubeathon. So the 24 and 48 hour readathon is actually taking place from July 22nd to the 23rd. And I am going to be doing that one, but I'm not going to be talking about what I'm going to be reading during that one because I'm going to wait to probably the Friday before that happens to film that one, because I'm currently reading and then what I plan on reading in those 2 days. I'm just going to go ahead and get into the TBRs for the other 2. At first I was only going to be doing the summer biannual bibliothon, but then I found out that the booktubeathon is basically taking place almost the exact same dates. So I figured that the books can be used for both, and the challenges are different, but I found a way that I can, do both. So I'm just going to go ahead and do that. The first one, like I said, that I'm going to be talking about is the Summer Biannual Bibliothon, which takes place July 23rd through the 29th. So for this one, there are 7 challenges, and I'm going to go through each challenge and the book for those. The first challenge is a group book, and for the group book for that is Flame in a Mist by Readathon. The second challenge is to read from one of the host's favorite genre, and I didn't write down which host had which genre, but I decided to go with paranormal / urban fantasy. And for this one, I decided to go with This Savage Song by Victoria Schwab. The third challenge is to read a book that has been or is still banned. And for this one, I decided to go with Why the Last Man by Brian K. Vaughan. Challenge 4 is a book to movie adaptation, and you have to read and watch the adaptation. So for this one, I decided to go with 2 different options. So the first option, which I'm really hoping that I get to because I have been putting this book off for a while as well, and that is The Girl with All the Gifts by M.R. Carey, and the movie for this is finally on Amazon Prime. My second option is Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. I think I did this one actually for the challenge last year, but I decided that I wanted to reread / continue on with the series, and since I do have the illustrated edition, wanted to read this, especially since I had planned on reading the series before the end of the year anyway. If I don't feel like I can get through all of The Girl with All the Gifts this week, then I will probably most likely end up picking this one up. And I have the entire Harry Potter collection, and depending on how I'm feeling, I might read the second book as well. I don't know. I don't want to make any promises on that, but I do have all the Harry Potter movies as well as all the Harry Potter books. So right now I'm just saying The Sorcerer's Stone, but it could definitely be more than just that depending on how everything works out. Challenge 5 is to read a book you've seen somewhere other than BookTube, and for this one I decided to go with Low Volume 1, The Delirium of Hope by Rick Remender. This is actually one of the suggestions that popped up on Amazon based on other comics that I have read, and it kept popping up, so I finally decided to get this, and I haven't heard anyone talking about it, so we will see what I think about it. Challenge 6 is to read a LGBTQIA+ book, and for this one I decided to go with Queens of Geek by Jen Wild. So the last challenge, which is challenge number 7 for the Summer Biannual Bibliothon, is the Throwback Challenge, and I decided to go with a graphic novel, and for this one I decided to go with The Sculptor by Scott McCloud. And I have been wanting to read this one for a while, but I kept putting it off, and I haven't, so hopefully I get to it. And it is a longer graphic novel, but as you guys can see, there are lots of pictures, and I feel like this one isn't really text heavy. I mean, there's definitely text, but like this one, it's like only 2 panels that actually have text in it, so hopefully that doesn't take me too long to get to. So we'll have to see about that. Today I'm going to move on to the Booktubeathon TBR, and the Booktubeathon is taking place from July 24th, which is actually my birthday, so yay me. And it's going until July 30th, and this one also has 7 challenges, so I will go ahead and get into those. A lot of the books that I picked to read for the challenges for the Booktubeathon are the same books that I have for the Biannual Bibliothon, and I figured I might as well just go ahead and do that because they're basically happening at the same time. There's just a day difference between them, so I figured that I should just stick to the same books instead of trying to go out and read 7 other books besides the ones I already picked. So the first challenge is to read a book with a person on the cover, and for this one I have several different options that will qualify for this one. So actually I think almost all, or hey, all the books but 2 would actually count, because when Ariel was talking about the reading challenges, she was like it could be someone's hair or stuff like that. So almost all the books that I picked out actually could count for this. So I can use The Sculptor by Scott McCloud. I could use Queens of Geek for that. I could use Low. I could use Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone because Harry's actually down here. You can also count this one, The Girl with All the Gifts, because her silhouette is on the cover. And you can also count Why the Last Man, because there is a man on the cover. There's also a man on the back, if that technically counts. And with this one, you can read as many books in, or you can put one book in as many categories as you want. I believe the Summer Biannual Bibliothon, they said try to stick to one book for 2 categories tops, no more than 2. But for this one, I think she said, you know, you can do as many as you want and as many challenges as you want for one book. So any of those will count. So the second challenge is to read a hype book, and for this one I also have 2 options, and that would either be Flame in the Mist by Renee Ahdieh or This Savage Song by Victoria Schwab. Challenge 3 is to finish a book in one day, and I could either read Why the Last Man or I could read Low Volume 1. Might possibly just save both of these for the same day. Challenge 4 is to read a book about a character that is completely different from you or that's really different from you. And once again, I have a few different options. I could go with Harry Potter. I could go with The Sculptor. And I think the other one that I said I could probably go with is This Savage Song. Challenge 5 is to read a book completely outdoors, and I'm not exactly sure if I'm going to be doing this one because I live in Texas, and by the time I get up to read it's probably going to be extremely hot, so I don't know if I'm going to actually want to go and, you know, sit outside to go read. But if I do, I think I decided that I wanted to go with Low. Challenge 6 is to read a book you bought based on the cover. And this was kind of weird because I felt like every book that I bought because I heard somebody talking about it. For any of the books that I did buy based on the cover, I didn't want to read for this readathon. But for this one, based on the books that I feel like I'm repeating this one over and over, but Low Volume 1. There's just something about this cover that I was just like, I need that. I need to see what that's about. And the last challenge is to read 7 books. If I read every single book that I've held up in this video, then I will have read 8 books. I don't know if I can get through every single one of them. It would be amazing if I could. These are all the books that I would like to get to during both of those readathons. So you guys, wish me luck, and if you're taking place in either one of these readathons or both of these readathons, definitely let me know in the comments and let me know what you guys plan on reading if you are taking place in this readathon. And that's all I have for you guys today. Thank you for watching this video, and I will see you guys again in the next one. Bye.